So all of the offices on this floor have these keypads on them. And then every time you see somebody in the hallway, you can see them using their keypad to get in their secret doors. So I thought we needed a keypad. So I went ahead and built this one. It's completely fake. Doesn't do anything except beep or blink. And then if you actually type in any codes, it actually doesn't do anything. But if you hit this button here, the green light will light, indicating that it opens. But it actually doesn't do anything. Okay, so here's the door keypad. The case is all 3D printed. I did a couple of different colors. This is actually translucent. You'll see that in a second why I did that. And on the bottom here I have an on-off switch just because it's battery operated, and I figured I could just shut it off whenever I didn't need it on. It's got 3 LEDs at the top. There's one over here which is red. This one's green. This one actually is fake. It doesn't actually do anything. I just put it in there because I wanted to have 3, and that one actually isn't even wired up. And then this is a real thin membrane keypad. These sell for like a buck on Amazon, or $2. And it's real simple design. So I'm going to fire it up real quick here. So I'll turn it on. And what it does is this red LED light comes on every 8 seconds, blinks twice, half a millisecond in between. And then every 4 cycles that this goes through, the green one will blink once for no particularly good reason. And then I thought I should have the keypad at least do something. Now, actually, if you punch in any numbers, it doesn't actually do anything. But if you hit this pound button, the green light will flash. So every time you hit it, no matter what you do beforehand, it will light up green. And the lights actually flash independent of the keypad, so even though I click this here and that goes green, this light is still going to operate completely independent. And I'll show you the code here in a second. So anyway, that's it on the outside. Let me crack it open. Okay, so I took the screws out, and you'll see we'll open it up here. This membrane here is sandwiched in between 2 pieces, so it's got a hard surface to push on. It itself is just the membrane. It doesn't have any backer on it at all, so you need to have a hard surface to push it on. Then the cable just feeds through. It's a 16-button display, 4x4. Very simple. It's got the pins here, and the corresponding pins just match it up. And I've got them just set in here with push connectors, so if you wanted to change the button, so if it wasn't the pound key, you could just simply move those around. You can see I've got the LEDs up here, little resistor. You can see it's going right now, so it's blinking. Like I said, this middle LED is fake, so I just cut the leads off and stuck it in there. Over here I've got the battery. I needed it to run off of battery pack. I 3D printed this battery case, put 3 AA batteries in. Based on the calculations here, this should run for about 23 days, 24/7. And then down here is the microcontroller. A little bit of an overkill, but it's super easy to use. This is Arduino Nano. I'm going to just power it off here real quick. This is the Arduino Nano, a relatively low power supply, very easy to use. This one does have some rails, but I obviously didn't use those rails because I just wanted to hard solder the leads in. So over here I've got the 2 digital pins for the LED. This is just a digital pin for the keypad, and then on the bottom I've got power and the ground. And then USB, and I actually was tempted to put a hole in it so I could get into the USB without taking it apart, because I've obviously changed the code multiple times since I wired it up, but I did not. Then on the bottom here I just have a switch, just a simple, this was the only switch I had, but it works fine for this particular project. So on, and then off. Okay, so let's take a look at the 3D printed case and the code. I went to Thingiverse and searched on keypad. This is using that same membrane keypad, so it fit perfectly. The guy that created this set it up in 3 different pieces. There's your base. He's got a couple different versions. Then the top with those 3 LEDs. And then there's this, that's the backer for the keypad, because the membrane itself has no backing. So those are the 3 pieces. Now I needed to tweak this because I could not fit my batteries in here. And so what I did was I just took this and I just extended it, but I printed it in a different color, that translucent red. And so then I had thick enough, and then I had an extra piece that I sandwiched in, and then I just drove some screws through it. Okay, so let's take a look at the code. I don't have the Arduino IDE installed on this machine, so I've just got it up in an editor. I mentioned that I needed it to be as low power as I can get it. And there is a library called Low Power for the Arduino platform, which just has some real simple function calls in order to put the Arduino to sleep. And then it's got some interrupts that you can call, that you can hook into in order to wake up. It supports a couple of different interrupts. I'm using two. One, I'm using the internal watchdog timer, and then I'm also using the push button interrupt to wake it up when you push that pound button. So the code's super simple. I got my red LED, I got my green LED. This wake up pin is the pound key on the keypad. So real simple, define all of those. I'm using this button as input, so it's a pull-up. It's got the internal pull-up resistor. Attaching it to the interrupt, and here's the method or the function that's going to be called. And then here's the blink of the red LED, so it does for about 750 milliseconds, on off, real quick. And then the green one, actually it does a quick pause, half a second to start with, and then it goes high and then low for half a second, or a quarter of a second. So it just blinks very, very quickly. Now right here is where I've defined how long I want the device to come out of that 8-second sleep mode. So this is calculated to about 4 hours. So at about 4 hours, it'll just go into sleep forever, and then it'll wake up if you push that pound key. And that'll actually, it won't save a tremendous amount of power, but it will save a little bit. So in the evenings, if you don't turn it off or something, it'll actually go into as deep of a sleep as you can get it overnight, and then when you press the pound button, it'll wake back up. There's just the simple interrupt to go ahead and blink the green LED. And then here's the main for loop. And I mentioned that it blinks the green one every fourth cycle through. And so you can see that here. I just real simple counter, and it'll blink the green one, else it'll blink the red LED each time through there. And then here is where it goes into the sleep mode. So this value here, again, 4 hours. Every time it wakes up, this is on 8-second increments. It will go ahead and decrement that. If it hits 0, then it'll go ahead and just power down forever. Otherwise, what happens is it does whatever activity it's supposed to do, blink whichever light, and then right here, it will actually go to sleep for 8 seconds and use the internal watchdog timer. You'd think I'd have something better to do with my time, but you'd be wrong. So if you're in the area, stop by, check out our fake keypad at the Bright Planet office.